welcome to my channel, Rue's Life. So it's a really autumnal day here today. It's really quite cold, which I love. It's my favourite time of the year. It's not raining. I've been out already this morning and sorted out all the animals on the farm. Had the farrier here to shoe the horses. And I just came in to have a bit of a warm up, and I thought I would just catch up with some YouTube videos. And I've just watched the lovely Richard and Paul doing their 5 things in 5 minutes. And thank you very much to Richard and Paul for tagging me. So it's my turn, and I'm really looking forward actually to seeing this sort of spread out. I think it started with Jane on Jane's allotment, Jane Kelly, and as you know, we all sort of tag different people. It'd be really nice to see everybody's kind of hints and tips and reflections on the year and moving forward. So I like these. I like these kind of taggy things. They're far better than these old chain letter type things we used to have. This is just a bit of fun, and it's a really good way of us spreading out our community, seeing channels that you may not have thought of seeing, and just sharing things. So yeah, thank you for tagging me, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody else's videos. So I've got my cup of coffee, and I've got my 5 things. I've made some little notes. So I'm going to set my timer, and I'm going to see, because I am a waffler, I am a rambler, so see if I can keep this brief, keep it into the 5-minute time slot. So let me just get this timer set. Okay, so here we go. So my 5 things. So number 1 is learning. Learn from, I don't like to call them mistakes, because I don't think anything's ever a mistake if we learn from it. For me this year, those of you that follow me will have seen that I had this grand plan of a pumpkin palette, and I started growing pumpkins in grow bags that I'd slotted into a palette that seemed to fit perfect. I thought this was fabulous. I put another palette up the back. If you look back on some of my videos, you'll see it, and it's been a disaster, if I'm honest. Yeah, from start to finish, it really just hasn't worked. So I started it fairly early in the year. The early frosts, I tried to stop those from getting to the plants by covering them in fleece, and all that I did was make a nice little haven for slugs and snails, and it's just progressed. So it's been a bit of a disaster. So I've learned from that. I have got some going on in the polytunnel, and they are doing brilliantly. So I've learned that for me personally, where I am and with my setup, pumpkins and squash do not do well outside on a pallet, but do really well inside the polytunnel. So that's my lesson learned. So learn from, not mistakes, but let's just learn from things that perhaps don't go to plan, and then we can change that plan for the next growing season. So number 2 for me is try new things. So try something new, grow something you haven't grown before. Again, same theme, pumpkin and squash. I haven't grown those before, so that's new for me, and they're quite small at the moment, and even if they don't get any bigger, it's been fun, and I've enjoyed growing them. So I think it's really great to think of something new each year, and something you haven't perhaps grown before. So try something new. Number 3, clean slate. So for me, it's really worth remembering that every year, and even each time you grow something, if it doesn't work out, or if you have a poor season, you have that new slate, that clean slate, that new opportunity many times throughout the growing season, but also, you know, as you come to the end of a growing season, when we start again in the spring, it's that new opportunity to start things all over. You know, you can strip everything back, and there they are, those lovely fresh beds full of promise, ready to start again. How am I doing? Not bad. Number 4, grow what you enjoy. So, you know, there's absolutely, you know, you might be really good at growing something, but you don't particularly enjoy eating it. So I foolishly this year grew quite a lot of tomatoes. Now I love tomatoes, but Chris hates them. So he quite likes them cooked. So I mean, I can always process them and put them in jars, you know, make a passata. But it's pointless growing masses and masses and masses of something that you don't particularly enjoy eating. So grow what you enjoy to eat. And number 5 is, for me, sharing. And that comes in many forms. So the first obvious form is we always end up producing more than we personally need. And I really, really, really enjoy putting little vegetable boxes together. I usually pop a box of eggs in as well from the chickens and giving that away. I love to share my produce with friends and family and work colleagues. And it's just great to see people's faces. It's lovely to, you know, have people round for a meal and share your produce cooked and present that to people. So sharing is really great. But also the sharing element, if you're on an allotment, you can share those hints and tips with each other. And for those of us that are sort of solo growing and we're growing at home, what I love about this YouTube channel is I did have an allotment years ago, and I missed that vibe. I missed that, you know, bouncing ideas off each other and sharing ideas and learning. And that's what I'm loving about this YouTube community. We can share our hints and tips. You know, we can watch each other's videos and we can ask each other questions. And that community, you know, on social media spreads out to kind of, you know, Facebook and Instagram and any other social media platform that is out there. But it's a lovely, genuine community. And I can honestly say that I have, you know, a few interests, as those of you that follow me will know. You know, the horses, obviously I've got the chickens, I like the growing, I'm a veterinary nurse, and I've been on a few sort of forums and groups and pages over the years, but I've never found one so friendly as I have with the gardening community and this YouTube community and the right gardening pages. There are some pages out there that I've been on and left, but that friendliness and the non-competitiveness, support, where everybody just wants to help each other, and there's none of this telling you you're doing it wrong or laughing at you. Oh, doop. So that's my 5 minutes up. If I could, there we are. So yeah, so sharing physically, sharing the produce that you grow, and sharing ideas and hints and tips. So that is my 5 things in 5 minutes. I think this is a brilliant challenge. So all that's left for me to do now is to nominate or tag 3 YouTubers. So the first person I'd like to tag is Erica from Erica's Little Welsh Garden. The second person I'd like to tag is Jazz from Alternative Smallholding. And the third person I'd like to tag is Terry from Robotic Allotment Gardening on a Budget. So that's Erica's Little Welsh Garden, Alternative Smallholding, and Robotic Allotment Gardening on a Budget. That's so hard to say, Terry. So there's the 3 people I'd like to nominate. I look forward to seeing your videos. Thanks to those of you that have watched me. I hope some of you are still getting, you know, harvesting, because we've still got quite a lot growing here. Yeah, it was brilliant to meet loads of you at Malvern last week, whenever it was, all blurs into one. So thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you all again soon, and I look forward to seeing everybody else that's joining in this 5 things in 5 minutes. Bye for now.